What is up, you guys? This is the Fallout What If here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Deku was in High School DxD, or I hope that's what I called it, High School DxD Part 3, Part 2? I'm actually kind of confused right now, but I know it's Part 3. Now, where we last left off, basically, Deku and freaking, Azia became a devil. That's one. And let's see. Oh yeah, Deku is now training because Deku wants to get much more stronger. And believe me, he is much more stronger than we all believed him to be. First of all, Deku is running around, and when Issei, not with Issei, oh sheesh, I already screwed it up. When Deku was basically running around with Rias told him to pick up the pace, and what Deku thought was just a basic normal jog, Deku just blitzed past her like in a matter of seconds. And basically, it took her a long time just to like reach Deku, because Deku was now going up to 30%. Now, I don't know how much percentage I've truly gone with Deku, but 30% sounds normal and sounds legit because of the whole fact that Deku raised his power up so much and his new profound devil powers to the point where he basically kind of shattered his own body when the dragon itself was, it took some of his body parts because he used it at a weak stage, or what he believes to be a weak stage, and it transformed Deku into now a half dragon. So he's half devil and half dragon. Now, Deku's going to be around, not Issei. Deku's going to be running around and getting much more stronger, and this is when Azia shows up after Deku is doing like 200 push-ups, and Azia talks to freaking Rias, and they do talk about the living arrangements. Not only that, basically, she, Hisashi, or Hiyashi, I forgot what freaking Deku's dad and mom, have Deku, basically, Inko and Hiyashi talk to freaking Rias about the whole freaking, Deku is, going to have a roommate. And basically, they're happy for her and all that stuff. Deku takes her to school, and basically, since she does go to school, Deku feels happy about it, happy about it. But there's one thing. When Deku's with Azia, he's much more territorial, because after what happened, Deku now has this drive to protect her and to make sure nobody hurts her. Deku, last time, he had to see her die. And this time, no matter what, nobody's going to stop him from protecting her. Even Rias or anybody else for that matter. No matter what, he will fight to the death if it means protecting Azia. Now, the girls do talk about Deku, and him, being somewhat perverted, but not like his friends. And basically her friends basically Azia talks to Deku's friends, and they talk about the Devil's Triangle. And yeah, pretty much Deku is like, yeah. If any of them talk to you about this, don't listen to them, because I'm possibly going to kill them tomorrow. And this is when Azia has to do the pact, and Deku is much more territorial about that. He doesn't want to remember what happened with Siegfried and all that stuff. So he's just all like, okay. I might as well just do this. I might as well just talk to freaking, I might as well just talk to the person, whoever's doing this. And basically he finds out, this 7-foot JoJo loving fairy princess loving, also might turn somebody into a power bottom one day looking person, and he has to make a pact with them. Now, here's the thing. Milton, I think that's what it is. Her, him, he, ish, her, whatever you want to call it. Whatever Arnold Schwarzenegger it is. Basically, Deku has to make the contract. And because he knows he can't fail for this, he basically gives him a bit of a power-up. It's not anything, but Deku can do this. He can somewhat give them a little bit of power. It's so minuscule that none of them would think of it. Basically, when she does her little poses, little stars and sparkles can like come out of her, him, whatever it is. This 7-foot beefcake of a human being. Whatever she wanted, she now has the power to sparkle a lot. And Deku basically makes the contract with it. And yeah, pretty much it just makes the contract with Deku. Deku goes and, how would I say this? Tells freaking Rias. Rias is happy for him. And oh yeah, the next day happens. Freaking Deku's friends basically check out Azia, and Deku grabs them by both of them shoulders and starts squeezing just a little bit, with Deku saying, "So what's this I heard about a devil's triangle?" And one of his eyes were about to like become dragified or something like that, and he basically realizes he can't do that. So he's using the energy around his body just to go on his hands and keep squeezing and squeezing. And they say, "But wait, come on, man. Bros before hoes. What about all that?" And the nerd's like, "Yeah, that's right. You can't do this to us. We're friends." And Deku's like, "We may be friends, but I don't care who you are. I'll protect her with my life. And that means the both of you won't be doing anything with her." And they're like, "We're sorry, man. Come on now. We didn't mean nothing by it." And the guy's like, "Yeah, chill out, Izuku. Come on now. We're your buddies." And Deku's like, "All right. Anybody else, I could probably be like, oh, okay, that's okay. But she's the only one off limits. Do I make myself clear?" And Deku was like staring at them with death's eyes. And basically they're like, yeah, we're not going to mess with her. Let's just say if she needs something from us, we'll just be gentlemanly and just like give it to her by packaging. And even then, we'll just make sure like not to even think about her ever again. They may be, but Deku said this, we may be friends, but there's a fine line between friendship and enemies. And they find out that Deku could be a true enemy to them. So, give me a second here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. 10 out of 10, people. So, basically, here's what's going to happen. Deku just goes, takes a nap, because his energy right now is actually just malfunctioning. It's because his quirk and his dragon powers are not like working together right now. They're kind of like at opposite ends. So Deku knows that what's called Akeno did say that these two powers are not like correlating with each other right now, but in the future they will accept one another, because right now it's just right now it's just the meeting between these two powers. And Deku's like, all right. So he basically goes to sleep, and he finds freaking Rias naked, and her oppai is showing. Not only that, her twinkle cave is showing. Deku is immediately kind of like, his nose is kind of like dripping a little bit of blood, but Deku instinctively grabs them. he grabs them and starts, you know, just nibbling for a while. And because Deku was just like his hormones become a little more unstable, he keeps doing it to the point where Deku just sees Rias, and she's saying, Deku, I know you want to do all this, but make sure that I'm at least awake, so that way I won't make some such noises. And Deku just like, oh crap. I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and I guess I accept any punishment coming towards me. And basically, she's all like, if you want to touch them, you can touch them, but just make sure you don't, you know, make sure I'm awake at least, because I won't consider this anything of harassment since we technically were naked a couple of times already, but just make sure I get the heads up. And Deku's like, wait a minute. You're okay with me doing this? And Deku as well is like, yeah, I kind of screwed up. He doesn't know what to do right now, whether he wants to go to, well, at least have a grand slam or just go to 4th base. But right now, Deku is just, you know, calming down, calming his Red Dragon Emperor down, because she saw what Deku's Red Dragon, and it basically was touching the Grimmery household. Basically, Deku's, you know, his junk was touching Rias, and basically it was like rubbing between her thighs and all that stuff. So she became a little more anxious, but she thought about taking the opportunity. But this is when basically they forgot they have to go somewhere, and Deku is going to be trained a little bit more onto how to do all this stuff with freaking Azia. And basically they go around and Deku talks to well, this girl in a samurai outfit. And basically they talk about her emotions and her feelings for this guy who also wears armor. And they make an idea to get the notebook and all that stuff. And not only that, basically, how do I say this? Basically, Deku gets another request talking about this, how would I say it? Well, basically, she wants to get freaking this love letter to a guy. And yeah, basically Deku says it, and they decide to like give her the love letter, or give the guy the love letter. This is when the guy finds out about the freaking love letter, and basically all they see is this guy that doesn't even look like Goblin Slayer. I have to admit that. And how would I say this? Basically, Deku, well, basically the knights and the samurai fall in love, and Azia kind of helps them out with, and helps out freaking the guy with the armor by healing her, because it did hit the guy. So because Azia's there, she's all like, okay, I get to heal him. I don't get to see the freaking anything broken or anything like that. Let's see. And to be honest, it is kind of funny because out of all the places it was going to hit, it hits the eyes. So guess what? That was pretty amazing. 10 out of 10 out of, you know, how would I say this? Her marksmanship with the bow. And basically she talks about love, and Deku's like, that's pretty true. I do want to find love one day, and I hope I do. I just hope that the person doesn't betray me like the last one. Man, those are some bad memories and all that stuff. But Deku is told by freaking, you know, like Rias that he did a good job. He grabs her, she grabs his hands and starts, you know, he gives him the Copperfield technique. Copperfield technique. You know, he was grabbing them and all that stuff. And Deku did not know what to do because here's the thing. He just did it out of, how would I say this? He did it out of instinct, ultra instinct, if I may add. But now that she's taking the lead, Deku's kind of, it's kind of, how would I say this? Basically, Deku is happy and at the same time kind of scared. At the same time, very happy. And his Dragon Emperor is happy as well. So, we get to the whole point of the story where she hugs him and tells him that he did a good job and that she's proud of him. Akino finds out that Deku, well, basically, Akino and, basically finds out that Rias likes, how would I say this? She finds out that that Rias likes Deku, and basically all that happens is, well, basically the next story. So, we get to the whole point, let's see. Oh, yeah. Deku and the others are going to, well, how do I say this? He meets the freaking Dragon Emperor guy. And, or not the Dragon Emperor. Oh, I forgot to say how to say it. She meets Zenovia's household. Zenovia. Her household and all that stuff. And all that happens is basically the guy. I forgot what his name is. Give me a second here. Okay, so this is when Saji just basically found that out. How do I say this? Okay. Deku talks to freaking Saji and tells him, if you ever make the moves on the person I care about, I am literally going to destroy you and your whole entire kingdom. And basically Saji tries to grip his hand, but Deku is smiling a wicked smile. Not only that, one of his eyes turned green. And Deku just says, is that understood, Saji? And basically he's like, yeah, whatever. But you're not the only bull in town. I'm actually a member of the team. And not only that, I skipped flyer duty. And Deku was like, whoa, cool, me too. And Deku's actually cool-headed this time. Why? Well, because it has nothing to, since the whole like, Azia thing is already done. Basically, it's like, oh, okay, so that's pretty much it. That's cool for you. And he says, so am I. And he's like, oh yeah, well guess what, I'm going to get a familiar. Yeah, I'm going to get one too as well, so suck it. And yeah, the whole fight happens. How'd I say this? They do get they're about to go on, they do a competition to see who gets to, you know, who gets to, like, lead first place. Oh, no, who gets to get their familiar first. Now, they keep doing this over and over. Freaking Rias and Zenovia basically doing the whole thing with the tennis match. And how would I say this? They were moving their curves and their hips, and they got to see a little bit of the snatch. And not only that, basically Deku's like, I know I shouldn't be looking at them, but at the same time, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm going to save that for the memory bank of mine. And basically he talks to Konako and saying, who do you think is going to win, by all honesty? And she says, Rias, don't you think you should have much more confidence in your king? And Deku's like, yes, I know that. But if I were to always go foolishly, if I were to foolishly just pick something just because I like it instead of what could be, I would be nothing more than an idiot and bring shame to freaking Rias. And she's all like, you're not wrong on that. Well, at least you're smart and not an idiot for all the time. And Deku's like, I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. And she's like, whatever. And basically all that happens. Deku does do the armbands, and it does say their thing. It does have the logos all on it, but it also says this: "Go Beyond Plus Ultra," which is basically, since Deku is talking to All Might still, and All Might like you guys wanted. You guys said you wanted All Might to be how would I say it? Not a demon. You wanted him to be a freaking devil. He's not going to be a devil, but All For One is. All For One's going to be a devil, and that's why he survived, because he couldn't die normally. So, you guys, how do I say it? Freaking, All Might will become a devil soon, but not yet. So, how would I say this? Give me a second here. Not the contest. The freaking dodgeball tournament begins, and they're doing all these stretches. Deku's hearing all this, and he has super hearing because of his dragon form and all that stuff. So basically, Deku is hearing a lot of moaning and all that stuff. Konako knows that he's possibly doing it, although he knows that he's not as perverted as his two friends. She's thinking, yeah, you're going to get in trouble. I'm going to almost break your entire back. So they wear the spleens, and how would I say this? Their dodgeball is much more harsher than it did back then. Deku is dodging all the moves, and he catches somebody's ball, or he catches the dodgeball, I should say, and he just automatically throws it as hard as he can. And somebody couldn't catch it, and they basically got hit. And Deku is a little scared because he didn't know he can do this. To be honest, he doesn't know how powerful his true limit is, because now he's part demon, part dragon, and also the user of All For One. Oh, no, One For All. It's so scary for him, but at the same time, he got hit in the nads. And basically, that all happens. And here's the funny part. Deku is like, Azia, I need you to heal me up. And he walks her to the other room, and he just tells her to close his eyes and to let him grab his hand, to just grab his hands and all that. How would I say this? Deku grabs her hand, Deku grabs her hands and just places it where it needs to be healed. He doesn't tell her to grab it and all that stuff. And basically, Deku is like, okay, I just need you to heal me right here. Don't open your eyes. And Konako saw the whole thing, and she's all like, yeah, I'm just making sure that this pervert over here doesn't actually do all this, how would I say this? Doesn't take advantage of a good situation. And yeah, pretty much that happens. Saji gets his nuts handed to him. And yeah, pretty much that all happens. Freaking, what's his name? Kiba gets, his kudos from Deku, but not in a weird way. But he does say that if you're a chick, I would be much more grateful. But because me and you are buddy and bros for a good while, that means I will respect you and all that stuff. Now, how would I say this? Freaking the guy who does Busta Rhymes moves and all that stuff, Mr. Poetry himself. He shows them everything, and he shows them the mermaid. Not only that, to see how a JoJo-fied merman actually, since I found out it was a guy. He finds out about the slime and stuff. He thinks about choosing it. He truly thinks about choosing it. He is so happy right now because he's looking at this and he's like, ah, man, it's slime. At the same time, he's like, no. Keep your emotions in check. taking a peek at everybody. He's all like, yeah, just gotta make sure. Give me a second here, you guys. Okay, so now, how would I say this? He finds about, like I said, he finds out about the slime and all that stuff, and he decides to, yeah, he won't make it his familiar because he knows that it's nothing more than just slime, although it's a good opportunity wasted on such perfect slime, he thinks. He's just all like, nope, 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 nope. I won't do it. I will not do it. Even though in the very end, I will not do it. Oh, I want to do it so badly. That's his idea. He says, I'm sorry, but I can't let you guys. And he starts burning it all. Burning everything. Burning all the slime. Crying his eyes out. And he's all like, this is so bad. Why? Why couldn't I just have perfect slime? And Deku just sees a fox. He just sees a random fox on the side. Give me a second here. Okay, so he gets to either pick. You guys could pick the white fox or the other fox. Her or her. Right or left? I forgot what their names are. I will have to go back to Google and then search up their names and all that stuff, because I know the animes from these because, well, I just seen the anime before, so it's no big deal. So yeah, I'll let you guys choose which one. But anyway, let's see. Deku does get familiar, which is a little fox, and then let's see. I don't know what kind of, it depends on which familiar guys pick, so Foxfire and all that stuff, that's a thing, but the powers that these two have, that is also a thing. So I'm making sure I can give you guys 2 ideas on which things that you want the most. Let's see, I'm really liking this video, if I do not care to boast. What the heck? Do not rhyme, dang it. I do not want to rhyme right now, of all sudden things. Oh, man. Anyway. So, let's see. We go to the whole point in the anime where basically Deku talks to Rias in his dreams. But here's the thing. Deku is the #1 hero in his dreams. Finding out that he's going to get married to Azia. Why? Well, because Deku sees Azia much more as a compatible person. He sees Rias as well, but at the same time, his heart and his soul is just forged by freaking Azia. But at the same time, he also has a bit of a soft spot for Rias. It's kind of like these two are his main go-to girls. One is somebody who he cares about deeply, and another one is somebody who gave him life and also helped him out when the times were tough. So it's like, it's hard to choose between the both of them in his mind. But he knows one thing, he will not let them die on his watch. He will never ever again witness them suffering, because he wants to become the strongest he could be. But we get to the whole point of his dream, where he actually is the #1 hero, and he sees Rainier. Because Rainier is there and just, like, boasting about how she that she should have killed him when she had the chance. And this is when Drake pops up and talks to him about his power. And Deku has said that he did tell how would I say this? He did tell Drake about how his freaking powers, or how would I say this? He does talk about the powers that Deku possesses, and he was in his mind for a very long time. But Deku did tell him this, that he has felt these kind of powers before. He's just never actually thought of anything of it, because he never actually felt anything else besides just power. And this is when Drake says, "You're right, boy, but..." Hold on, he says this.
"You're right, boy, but all you must know is right now I am your power. You must be happy for the fact that you have me, and I am the Red Dragon Emperor. All shall bow before me.
But he says it in his own way, but he's not very evil, alright? So, basically, he has this dream and all this stuff. And basically, Asia's talking to Deku and about his her French toast. And, you know, his friends are like, yo, man, you gotta make us, you know, you gotta give us somebody to go out with. And he's like, yeah, you can't just do this to your best bud. Sheesh. And Deku is all like, I know. But at the same time, we both know about the whole freaking situation here. I can't just let you go, you know, do all this stuff willy-nilly. There has to be something in it for me. But Deku doesn't actually take the chance for the sweet or whatever it's called, because Deku now finds out the whole freaking how would I say it? He finds out where this place is going to be at, and Deku's like, nope, not gonna take that chance. Konoko's there. She has super good hearing. I know this because I have super good hearing, and I can tell if she would have super good hearing. And basically, Deku is also given something else. Just, you know, a chance to see on video, and Deku's like, okay, I think I could deal with this. Konako finds them out and basically punches the locker. Sheesh. Finds out about Konako finds out about Deku being there, but Deku immediately just like pushes exit, like he turns it off. He's like, nope, not going to be there for quite a while. Konako does punch him, but she is like, well, you didn't actually go there inside there, so it's like I can't get too mad at you. But she's all like, if you ever do this again, I will punch you in the nad so hard that you probably puke. And Deku's all like, that's duly noted. I will make sure not to do that. Give me a second here. So Deku and Rias talk a little bit about her getting naked and showing him anything he wants to know. Asia gets kind of mad and pinches his cheeks, but Deku at the same time is like, yeah, I would take that opportunity as fast as I can. You know. Basically, Deku's like, you know, it's not a bad idea, but Asia's right there pinching his cheeks, and he's like, how dare you, Izuku? I thought you would like my things. And yeah, Deku's like, okay. Now, this is when Akeno and Rias talk for a little bit, and she finds out, well, basically, she is talking to, how would I say this? I don't know how to explain this, but Deku is, no, not Deku. Rias is talking to Akeno about the whole situation, about her actually finding out her true feelings for Deku. And she is kind of right on the nose, but Rias does tell her to stop it, and that there's nothing to worry about. She's just making sure that the person she cares about, her pawn, doesn't get hurt. Now, we get to the whole point of the situation here. We're basically, and this is going to have a little bit of lemon. I'm not going to make a lemon war with Blasto. Blasto, you know what, I'm not going to do it because it's pointless. I want to do it where it's warranted and I like it. If I just put lemon willy-nilly and have Deku's Willy, you know, get satisfied every time, it just becomes more of a weird situation. So I'm going to do this the right way. As right as I could ever get it. So, Deku talks to freaking Asia. And, or no, he goes takes a shower. Asia and him find out about everything. And basically, Deku, how would I say it? Basically, Deku hugs her accidentally because, yeah, he showed off everything. And basically, she basically tells Deku that there's no need to be shy. She'll do anything to actually to get the person that she wants in her life. And basically Deku's like, yeah, I feel the same way too. This is when Inko comes in, and Deku, as fast as he can, basically closes the door, but make sure it doesn't break on him. And basically he tells Azia just to speak because, yeah, pretty much she doesn't want Inko, his mom to find out about anything. What does happen is Azia does kind of, how would I say it? Azia does find out about, you know, Deku's passion about, Azia. And Deku, basically is rubbing against her, you know, her, I don't know, her twinkle cave. And Deku's dragon is actually, like, rubbing against her, actually just, like, going, like, back and forth between her thighs and all that stuff. And Azia starts to moan a lot. And Deku's like, oh boy, this is a little bit, oh man, this is becoming much more enjoyable. And Azia's like, Izuku, I feel very weird at the same time. I feel kind of, I feel this burning sensation all over me. And Deku's like, I do too, oh man, this is becoming a little more unbearable. Let's just call this training. And she's like, wait a minute, what do you mean training? And Deku's like, just hang in there. And let's just keep doing this. This is basically hip motions. And basically, this is kind of like training because we're both sweating. And basically, she's becoming a much more wet mess. She's becoming a big wet mess on top on Deku's like dragon because they haven't done it. They're just basically rubbing them together. He's basically rubbing between her thighs, and Deku is feeling Azia. Well, basically grabbing her oppai. And Deku is just like, I'm sorry, Azia, but it's becoming too good that I can't bear it any longer. And basically, Deku is holding her, and they keep going at it for a couple of more minutes. And basically, she's flooding. She's basically a flood right now. And basically it's sprayed all over, basically everywhere. And Deku was trying to do something, but once Deku found out about Inko, about to like ask Azia a question because Deku didn't know it. Deku realizes his situation, and everything up to this point is just let out. Deku is, basically, freaking Akuno is sitting down, and Deku, just lets it all over, Azia's face. And, basically she becomes she's basically like a masterpiece because Deku has let out all the white paint all over Azia's face, and he kind of made a masterpiece of her. So, Azia's dripping down there, and Deku is basically helping clean her up, and basically they do take a shower together. Not only that, when it was kind of hard for her to like walk for a couple of minutes because it felt so good because she never actually. It was not her. She didn't have her first time, but they basically had their first time doing something with each other. Now we get to the whole point where Deku. Basically like 2 hours passed, and Inko, not Inko, oh jeez, that would be a little terrifying right there. Rias pops in, and basically grabs Deku because she needs to not be a virgin anymore. So Deku's like, I'm lucky I'm lucky twice in one day. This can't be a dream at all. This has to be real. I want it to be real so much. And basically, she's like, I'm sorry, Deku, but we need to do this. If we can do it right now. Basically, I don't have to do it and all that stuff. And Deku doesn't know what she's talking about, but Deku does start panting again. He starts feeling something wrap around him. And basically what does happen is, how would I say this? She makes him grab her opie. And Deku and them, well, basically she sits on top of him. And actually it slides in. But it becomes, since it's her first time, blood is coming out. And Deku sees this and he's like, wait a minute, Rias, is this your first? And she says, yes, Izuku. This is my first time. I'm sorry that this isn't any more romantic, but I need you for a minute here. And basically, I am sorry if you don't like this. And Deku's like, I wouldn't say that, but yeah, pretty much. I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy to help any way I can, although I would like to know a lot more about this. And basically, after a couple of minutes, well, not after a couple of minutes, after a couple of seconds, her twinkle cave gets up and then goes down, and then all you hear is and then it goes again. So, basically, Deku is going around. Well, basically keeps going around the rhythm, and Rias is moaning out in enjoyment because this is her first time. Not only that, it's with Deku, and she actually likes Deku. And the whole time that's happening, basically, freaking Rias is saying, you're still so hard after what you've done with Azia. And Deku's like, wait a minute, how did you know? And she's like, I know what happened. And basically she's like, I wish it was with me though, but we're going to have a little bit of fun. I kind of did a little bit of a magic barrier so that way nobody can actually go in or out of this room. And all that happens is this. Well, basically what's happening is she's kind of flooding, and Deku is filling her up. Not only that, he starts biting on her opie because that's what she liked. That's what he likes a lot, and she's moaning out enjoyment. All you see is Deku saying, Rias, I know that that you wanted to take the lead, but I believe as a man I have to do this, and I have to conquer. No, for some reason my dragon side is somewhat going out of control, and I just have an urge to just conquer. Although it doesn't sound romantic, I truly want to give you a good time. And she's all like, okay, I understand. It's only natural for you, since you are technically the Red Dragon Emperor. And give me a second here. Deku, she's riding Deku like a champion. Deku's dong is just hitting inside of her pretty much, and her how do I say, her twinkle cave, her lady parts, basically her pussy, and it's basically her pussycat, and basically it keeps hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, and she's moaning out in excitement because this is something she's never felt. But the thing is, she also knows that she can no longer marry Riser. And Riser is not going to hear about this for a very long time, until for until a certain part of the anime. So Deku is just going on top of her. They go around and do the reverse cowgirl. And then after that, they go a bit of doggy style. And then in the let's see. They're basically Rias is kind of like getting on top of a chair and all that stuff in a certain position. And basically Deku is grabbing her from behind and basically just pushing her and, you know, in and out and all that stuff. And, how do I say it? They go missionary for the last one. So, let's see, how would I say this? If I were to guess, Deku is just automatically keeps going, hitting her and hitting her and hitting her from the inside. And, her Twinkle Cave is now flooding. After that, Deku releases all of the, basically, his Chad Thundercock juice. And it's going all over her pussycat. So, after all that stuff, basically, it releases all over her body. Well, basically, she's having a kind of session where, all of her Deku's juices all just are basically on top of her. And basically Deku was kind of freaking out because, like, he just released it inside of her. Will she get pregnant? Will she have children? Is Deku going to be a father? And basically Deku cleans her up and they kind of sleep. They're basically sleeping together for a while. This is when the barrier messes up. And Grafia, I believe that's her name, the queen of her brother's, hold on, give me a second. The queen, basically, Sir Xerxes' queen basically shows up and all that stuff. Deku is basically sleeping and she finds out about Deku, actually sealing the deal. And she says, you can't be serious about him being, you two doing this. And she's like, yes, we did it. Now that means he will never do anything with me. And not only that, I choose who I get to be with for the rest of my life. Not you. And basically gives Deku a kiss on the forehead, and she leaves. Deku wakes up the next day, and basically he gets, he gets tag teamed and freaking attacked by freaking his friends, saying, "Yo, what the heck? Why you have to do this to us? Why'd you play us like fiddles, man?" And the other one's like, "Yeah, why'd you do that to us? We were supposed to be your buddies." And basically, it was a freaking all guys, this was an all baseball team and we were playing on the same team. And after that, Deku's like, "I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean for all this to happen." But the thing was, they were kind of girlish-like, right? And this is when they're like, no, they weren't girlish-like. They were so messed up and all that stuff. Man, they were hugging us so much. We didn't know what to do. We fought for our lives. This was our World War III right here. And Deku's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do all this. Sorry's not going to give us back our dignity, man." And Deku's like, "I'm so sorry. Just please forgive me." Then he gets up and run away as fast as he can because there's no way Deku is going to, like, get out of this one unscathed. Deku finds out about Grafia. I believe that's her name. If I'm screwing everybody's name up, it's because it's I always keep forgetting their names because it's so hard to remember. Although it's easy at the same time, it's hard to remember. So this is when Riser comes up and shows up because, all that happens about the marriage. And Rias doesn't say it just yet. She's about to say it on when it counts the most. And yeah, everybody's going to be surprised and all that stuff. And basically, Deku has to see freaking Riser do this to him, or do this like grabbing Rias and touching her leg. And Deku's Dragon type instinctively is so mad right now, but he's keeping it in. All they can see is Deku's one eye that is dragon-like, and he's looking at square at freaking Riser. Riser doesn't care because he's not actually looking at Deku, he's just paying attention to him. Now, this is when Rias proclaims that she will not ever go be married to him no matter what. And basically, Deku is so mad at him right now, he decides to, well, no, not yet. Basically, they're about to have a fight, Rias and Riser. And Riser just, you know, does everything he needs to and all that stuff. Talking about how there's not that much people on Rias' team. And there's actually a whole bunch of people on his team. Basically, all that stuff. And Deku is just looking at all of them. He's like, I can't get... I'm so mad at him right now. And it's like... But he has so much class. He knows what to pick. He picks his guys right. You know what? As much as I want to pound him right now and destroy his whole entire career, I have to admit, he knows what he's picking. That's class. You know, that's first class right there, people. The best of the best. 10 out of 10. That's what I say. And basically, all it shows is well, basically, they show a demonstration of what's happening, and the girl is going with her, and they're basically tongue fighting a lot, and they're having a full makeout session, and Deku is grabbing her, well, no, not Deku, Riser is grabbing her, her stuff, or her oppai and all that stuff, squeezing them, and Deku gets mad and says that he's worthless, and he has a phoenix breath. Which is kind of funny. I actually found out what that word meant until I just actually had to replay it a long time ago. So Deku just shows off his boosted gear and all that stuff. Deku gets mad and says that he's not going to take it anymore. And basically one of the pawns show up. And this is when Deku's whole personality changes. Deku is walking up to her and saying, "Look, little girl. I don't care about who you are. Just get out of the way. I don't want to fight you because I'm fighting him." Basically, well, this is when the girl just gets mad and tries to hit him. Deku, it looks like Deku got hit, but Deku grabs her freaking the staff that she has, and all that they see, basically all she sees is Deku getting hit. But a minute later, how would I say it? I forgot what was going to happen here. Let's see. Crap, I kind of forgot. Give me a second here. Basically, Deku grabs the stick that she has and all that stuff, and she's basically launching him up in the air, and it looks like Deku actually got slammed, but Deku's actually holding it on with his by controlling the energy here around him, by gripping the freaking thing, by gripping the freaking ceiling, and he's basically saying, "Is that all you got?" The girl sees this, and Deku is right there, right behind him, and pushes him towards Riser. Riser catches her and says, "How dare you hurt one of my pawns?" And Deku's like, "How dare you assume that I was trying to hurt her?" And basically all Riser sees is there's no damage onto her. Basically, Deku just forced her body to go to sleep, and he just pushed it towards her. And Deku says, "You do not, what's called, she is not my concern. The only person who I want to destroy is you." and only you. But I'm going to have to wait until what's called. I'm going to have to wait until we do this legit, because I know the queen is not going to let me fight you. And Greyfield says, you're right. And this is when Rias does declare after Deku saying that Rias is the only one who decides who she loves and what she does with her love. It doesn't matter to it shouldn't matter to Riser, because Riser does not have a say in the matter. This is when Rias grips her mindset again and tells them that they're going to do the rating game. This is when Riser starts to leave and he says, well, it doesn't matter. I will claim you as mine in the very end. You have nothing to fear, for I will make good use of you. And Deku is so ready to kill him, but he knows he can't do it just yet. So that's where I'm going to leave it off. Now, I hope you guys liked it. It was a little lemony. It's not like last Dill's lemon thing, but hey, I tried my very best. Now, like, comment, do subscribe to the channel here, people. This has been the Fallout What If here. Bye.